Sandeep Kumar. I'm 23 batch IAS located Sikkim Khada, and right now my district training is going on, and so I'm assistant collector Gangtok District. So I wrote three CSE mains and gave 3 interviews as well. So across the interviews, fortunately for me, I kept improving my marks. So there are certain things that you can always do to improve your marks. Although examination is slightly random in nature, that you are not always sure that what you have done will fetch you good marks or not. But still, there are some general guidelines which you should always follow to improve your marks and to do the best you can do there. But your own state, then your hobbies, your previous job or anything that you have, such keywords you should be thoroughly prepared. So the general idea is the interview may the questions should look familiar to you. If they are asking too many random questions, then on the spot it becomes very difficult to answer on the spot. To think on the spot and answer the question in a well structured manner, it becomes a little bit difficult. So more you have practiced, exhaustive list of questions that you have prepared on each keywords, then the question will look already familiar. Suppose right now you have prepared about disaster management in Sikkim. Okay, how many types of disaster occurs? What are the things that administration has to do in disaster management? Landslides को कैसे tackle करना है? So if you are prepared on all these things, and suppose interview panel member asks you a question कि suppose a landslide occurs and what will be the action taken by you, then you are already prepared. You will feel more confident. But suppose you are not prepared on certain topic and suddenly, suppose you don't know about GLOF and suddenly they ask you a question about GLOF. Now you will be in a fix. You will not know this, you will have to think on the spot, you will fumble, you will keep evading the question, you will beat around the bush, and that creates a negative impression. So create an exhaustive list of questions around each topic that was mentioned here, right? So that is very important. So hot topics, what will be the hot topics for you guys? Like disaster management is obviously, similarly like culture and history of Sikkim. Even if you are say by religion, you are a Hindu person, but you should know about Buddhism, you should know about other religions like traditional religions of Sikkim state. Little bit history of Sikkim. Someone might just ask when did like other ethnicities started coming in Sikkim. Some ideas you must have. Similarly, challenges facing, like right now, ADC reporters have talked about revenue generation issue in Sikkim. So what are different kinds of challenges, economic, social, and other challenges that Sikkim faces? How these challenges are different from other northeastern states. Suppose it comes like that. You know, why Sikkim does not have that kind of problem like many northeastern states, Manipur, Tripura, other states have had. Like migration का issue है वहाँ पे, उसके बाद जो ethnic violences हैं, Sikkim इनसे कैसे ऊपर हो गया? Suppose someone, because there will be secretary rank officers, they are very well experienced in their field, they have a lot of knowledge, so they might go into a little bit detail. So you have to give at least generic answer, not very specific, not very detailed, but some answer you must give at that point. Similarly, like government schemes are another very important topic. You should be aware about all the important government schemes that are implemented in the state, especially state-centric scheme. If there are like Sikkim inspired, AMA scheme, state Gramin Awas Yojana and all. So these important government schemes you should be thoroughly aware about. Then like best initiatives of Sikkim state. Suppose I tell me the best thing about Sikkim. Tell me the best thing Sikkim state has done so far. And then you start thinking, taking long time to answer. You should prepare on all these topics. So these are general areas of preparation. How do you answer questions? There are some guidelines I would like to touch. General mistakes we make when we have not prepared that early is that we tend to fumble. You know, our answers are not precise, clear, to the point. So in initial stage, it is very normal. I remember in 2019 when I was appearing for the first time and I started giving mocks just like you guys are attending right now. I was very nervous. You know? This was the first experience for me, and the panel members are like all very high-ranking officers, and you will naturally become nervous, and you will fumble, you will ramble, you will sort of like evade the question, not getting to the point. Especially suppose you don't know something, just in a polite manner, say, reflect your thinking that, sorry sir, I'm not, at this point of time, I don't know about this particular thing. Don't bluff. All members here have said the same thing. Don't bluff at any point. Because sitting in front of you are people who have so much wide experience. So they know better. So if you bluff, they will right away think that this person doesn't have that kind of honesty, integrity, and all those core ethical values that are required in the civil service. And I got very good marks this time. So rest all of the interview combined, that creates a good effect. If that is better, then it doesn't matter. 1 or 2 questions that you could not answer will make great impact on your interview marks. That is not so. So hence, of course, if in each question or majority of the question, if you start saying I don't know, not a good thing. Obviously, you will have to know a lot of the questions. But like few questions, even if they appear to you that, oh, of course, I should have known answer to this question. But suppose at that point you don't know, then you can sort of say politely, sorry sir, I don't know, and that instead of bluffing about it. So that is the thing. And also, like other members have also said, you can include pointers in your answer on which you want to take the discussion forward. So suppose you are discussing about drug related issues of Sikkim, and then you sort of mention your interest in sports and how sports can be channelized to bring youth into this area and divert their energy into positive manner. So that sort of thing also take the discussion forward onto the topics of sports and how we can promote it in Sikkim. So such kind of pointers, if you can bring in, then that will be a good hint to the interview members also, because they are also looking for new kind of questions to ask. And if you give them hints, then they might pick up those topics and start asking you those questions, and you will be better prepared. Of course, you must be prepared. The direction you want the interviewer to take. If you are not prepared, then you will be in a big soup. So that also is required. And always answer in short, crisp manner. Don't make detailed, long answers. There is not much time there. 25 minutes. Sir told that his interview lasted 25 minutes. It might last 30 minutes, more or less. So you have to give short, crisp answers. And 1 or 2 things I would like to emphasize: general appearance. Like, you should not appear casual. There is seriousness to this job. We are all in a very important position. So like, looks are confident. Even if you are nervous, and obviously some of you will be, it's a big stage for you. But you have to practice in such a manner that you don't show your nervousness in a very apparent manner. Like hand gestures, looking here and there, as we also talked about. Then looking down. When you really don't know the answer, you start looking down or looking up, this, that way. That is also not a good sign. So you have to practice that kind of postures as well. Like generally sitting with back straight, in a good confident posture, this kind of way, looking straight into the eye, not here and there. So that creates a good impression, especially for those opting for DYSP exam also, like they servant को बने back straight होना पड़ेगा. You can't.
कभी किड़ा केस काट दो. Wear a suit and tie.
Yeah.
Shirt and tie.
Pure formal clothing only. Nothing less than formal, and with proper haircut and all. Look sharp basically. That should create a generally positive impression, and have a smile also on your face. It's always a good thing only. Don't appear too serious. These are the things I would love to talk about. And so suppose sometimes, like Sisum sir was saying, that since 12 members are there, sometimes there will be crosstalk and sometimes you could not get the question. So politely say, sir, politely say to them, beg your pardon sir, I did not get the question. So you should be confident in that. It's not like if you didn't hear the question properly and you start guessing the question. So if this happens, actually this happens. Just say politely, beg your pardon sir, I did not get the question. Could you please repeat the question? In that way you can sort of handle the situation. So That's all. Prepare rigorously, prepare exhaustively, make the exhaustive list of questions within this 1 week and start practicing all those questions. Consult your friends also. All the best from my side.